Oh, hello, great readers. I'm Belchan.
I'm Nimakung.
I'm Banchan.
In this class, I'll read all of your part of The Yellow Wallpaper.
As.
Oh.
The Yellow Wallpaper. Perkins Gilman. Section 3. And always comes in by one window or another. John was asleep and I hated to waken him. 3p. The faint figure behind seemed to shake the pattern, just as if she wanted to get at. I got up softly and went to feel and see if the paper did move. And when I came back, John was awake. What is it? Little girl, he said. I thought it was a good time to talk. So I told him that I really was not getting here, and that I wished he would take me away. Why, darling, said he. Our lease will be up in 3 weeks, and I can't see how to leave before. The repairs are not done at home, and I cannot possibly leave town just now. Of course, if you were in any danger, I could would. But you really are better. Do you? Whether you can see it or not. I am a doctor. Do you? And I know. You are gaining flesh and colour. Your appetite is better. I don't weigh a bit more, said I. Nor as much. And my appetite may be better in the evening, when you are here. Bless her little heart, said he with a big hug. She shall be as sick as she pleases. But now let's improve the shining hours by going to sleep. And you won't go away? I asked gloomily. Why? How can I? Dear. I've a few days while Jenny is getting the house ready. Really? Do you? Better in, buddy, perhaps he began, and stopped short, for he sat up straight and looked at me with such a stern, reproachful look that I could not say another word. My darling, said he, I beg of you, for my sake and for our child's sake, as well as for your own, that you will never for one instant let that idea enter your mind. There is nothing so dangerous, so fascinating, to a temperament like yours. It is a fuss and foolish fancy. So of course I said no more on that score. We went to sleep before long. He thought I was asleep first. The back pattern really did move together or separately. On a pattern like this, by daylight, there is a lack of sequence, a defiance of law. That is a constant irritant to a normal mind. The colour is hideous enough, and unreliable enough, and infuriating enough, but the pattern is torturing. You think you have mastered it, but just as you get well underway in following, it turns a back somersault and there you are. It slaps you in the face, knocks you down, and tramples upon you. It is like a bad dream. The outside pattern is a forward arabesque, reminding one of a fungus. If you can imagine a toadstool joints, an interminable string of toadstools, budding and sprouting in endless convolutions, why? That is something like it. That is. Sometimes. There is one marked peculiarity about this paper. a thing nobody seems to notice but myself. And that is that it changes as the light changes. When the sun shoots in through the east window, we always watch for that first long, straight ray. It changes so quickly that I never can quite believe it. That is why I watch it always. Was the same paper. At night, in any kind of light. In twilight. Candlelight. Lamplight. And worst of all, by moonlight. It becomes sparse. The outside pattern, I mean. And the woman behind it is as plain as can be. Sub-pattern, but now I am quite sure it is a woman. By daylight she is subdued. Quiet. I fancy it is the pattern that keeps her so still. It is so puzzling. It keeps me quiet by the hour. I lie down ever so much now. Sean says it is good for me. And to sleep while liking. Indeed. He started the habit by making me lie down for an hour after each meal. It is a very bad habit. I am convinced. Poirot. You see, I don't sleep. And that cultivates deceit. For don't tell them I'm awake, yo. The fact is, I am getting a little afraid of John. He seems very queer sometimes. And even Jenny has an inexplicable look. They strikes me occasionally. Just as a scientific hypothesis. That perhaps it is the paper. I have watched John when he did not know I was looking. And come into the room suddenly on the most innocent excuses. And I've caught him several times looking at the paper. And Jenny too. I caught Jenny with her hand on it once. She didn't know I was in the room. And when I asked her in a very quiet voice, with the most restrained manner possible, caught stealing, and looked quite and asked me why I should frighten her so. Then she said that the paper stained everything it touched. That she had found yellow breaches on all my clothes and John's. And she wished we would be more careful. Did not that sound innocent? But I know she was studying that pattern. And I am determined that nobody shall find it out but myself. Life is very much more exciting now than it used to be. You see, I have something more to expect. To look forward to. To watch. I really do better. And am more quiet than I was. John is so pleased to see me improve. He laughed a little the other day. And said I seemed to be flourishing in spite of my wallpaper. I turned it off with a laugh. Juan of me. He might even want to take me away. I don't want to leave now until I have found it out. There is a week more. And I think that will be enough. I'm feeling ever so much better. I don't sleep much at night. For it is so interesting to watch developments. But I sleep a good deal in the daytime. In the daytime it is tiresome and perplexing. There are always new shoots on the face. And new shades of yellow all over it. I cannot keep count of them. Though I have tried conscientiously. It is the strangest yellow. That wallpaper. What Jacobs. What will foul. Bad yellow things. But there is something else about that paper smell. I noticed it the moment we came into the room. But with so much air and sun it was not bad. Now we have had a week of fog and rain. and whether the windows are open or not. The smell is here. It creeps all over the house. I find it hovering in the dining room, skulking in the parlour, hiding in the hall, lying in wait for me on the stairs. It gets into my hair, even when I go to ride. If I turn my head suddenly and surprise that there is that smell. Such a peculiar odour. There. I have spent hours in trying to analyse it, to find what it smelled like. It is not bad at first, and very gentle, but quite the subtlest, most enduring odour I ever met. In this damp weather it is awful. I wake up in the night and find it hanging over me. It used to disturb me at first. I thought seriously of burning the house at a rich smell. But now I am used to it. The paper. A yellow smell. There is a very funny mark on this wall. Low down. To be continued.